Hey everybody, welcome back! Today I'm going to show you how to make this Christmas origami ornament. It's made only with paper and you don't need any glue. If you want to hang it on your tree, you'll only need a small piece of thread or string. And what I really like about this model is that you can make it now and then save it to use again next year. To store it, you just need to take it apart, close the paper, like this, and fit it into another piece. This way it doesn't get damaged, and when next Christmas comes, you can simply assemble it again. We are going to start with a rectangular sheet of paper. I'm going to use 15 by 30 centimeters, about 6 by 12 inches, but it's basically half a square, and you can use a smaller size if you want. The first step is to divide the paper into 3 equal parts. You can use a ruler if you want, but I recommend bending the paper to create 2 soft curves. You'll get something like an S-shaped edge. Then we bring the sides closer, aligning everything. Press gently in the end. And now we have these 2 marks. Let's fold the right side, folding 1/3 of the paper. Then do the same on the left. Next, we are going to divide each of these 3 sections in half. And then divide everything again until we get 12 sections. Now flip the paper over. Then divide each space one more time until we have 24 sections in total. You can fold them however you prefer, but I think it's easier to fold the paper in half along the crease in the middle. And with the paper in this position, let's bring the next crease to the top. Then also bring the next crease up. And repeat the same process all the way to the edge of the paper. Unfold the paper. Flip it over. And repeat the same process on the other side. unfold again, and return to the previous position. You need to pay close attention to the next step. To make it easier to understand, I'm going to mark the creases we already made to make the explanation easier. Let's start on the bottom right corner. First, we need to separate 3 sections. And bring the paper up until the second crease of this part is aligned with the next crease here. Reinforce this fold only in the second and third sections. Then unfold, skip 2 sections, and bring the paper up again, just like before. This time we can align the paper using the second and the fourth crease as a reference. Now we'll reinforce the crease on the second, third, and fourth sections, but do not reinforce the fifth one. Unfold again. Now repeat the same logic. Move 2 sections, bring the paper up, align the creases, and reinforce the section 2, 3, and 4. Now we have the first 3 diagonal lines. Let's repeat the same process across the entire paper until you have all these new diagonals. As before, skip 2 sections each time. Align the creases carefully. And mark the sections 2, 3, and 4. Repeat this pattern until the end. Now that we have all these diagonals, we're going to repeat the same logic in the other direction. So, bring 3 sections up, align the second crease with the next one, and mark the section 2 and 3. Skip 2 sections, reinforce the crease, and continue until the end. Now that we have all these diagonals, next we have to complete the pattern by creating new diagonal folds here. So, in the right side, we need to fold the paper connecting these points. Let's do the same on the left side. Now hold the paper in this position and close each section by folding everything in a zigzag shape. When you're done, move to the other side and now we need to reverse the paper along these diagonal folds here. To do this, first open the left side, then reverse the paper along these creases here, so the left side closes in the opposite direction. Then reverse the next one, closing the diagonals gradually. Do the same in the following sections. And keep doing it slowly until the end, reversing the creases and closing the paper in the diagonals. At the end, press the paper gently to reinforce everything. And this is the result. Now we are going to reverse the folds again, following the next diagonal lines. So, open the left side. Reverse the horizontal folds and close the center in the diagonals again. When you reach the end, reinforce the folds, and you should get this result. The same logic applies to the next diagonals. So just open the paper, reverse the horizontal folds, and continue until you reach the end. When you reach this point, you should see this result. Now pay attention here. We need to keep the paper closed. And at the top, we are going to open the right side and fold this corner. something like this. Open the next space and fold again, creating another diagonal, almost the same as before, but leave a small gap at the top. Like this. Repeat this same fold in the next spaces. These gaps will help us at the end. It makes it easier to assemble the ornament. Anyway, just keep folding like this until the end. And when you reach the last space, you can fold like the first one, without leaving the small gap. Close everything again and press to reinforce the folds. And this completes this step. Now repeat the same logic on the other side. Open the first space, fold the corner, and in the next spaces, fold leaving a small gap. When you reach the last one, fold like the first. This is the result. We have the origami. To assemble, carefully bring one side to the other, shaping the paper at the same time. At the end, fit one side over the other, so just open the right or left side a little. Insert the bottom part on the opposite side. And then fit the top corner into place. This is the final result. Depending on the paper used and how straight your folds were, the result can be even better. But that's it. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next video.